welcome back. So this will be the how I film a cinematic B-roll editing version. Welcome to that. So if you haven't watched the shooting version yet, first watch it and make it easier to understand the idea of whole this editing, and come back here again. Here's a video. So my editing style has 3 stages. First, basic cutting, and second, color grading, and third, details. So let's get started from cutting stage. Well, I'm using Premiere Pro for this phase. I use DaVinci Resolve for only color grading, but except that, Premiere is everything. So right now, what you're seeing is the timeline after cutting. I'm not gonna show you guys this cutting process one by one because there is nothing special, but I'll show you some. Okay, first, when I wanna make B-roll, I choose a music first. So this time I wanted a kind of jazzy hip-hop beat, like a chill, calm hip-hop beat. You know, I went to Epidemic Sound to find a perfect beat before thinking any shot ideas. Once I got a beat, I listened to that over and over until some idea, showed up. Well, as you know, this beat is very simple and easy to find the rhythm, like a kick and snare. So I thought it would be great if shots go along with beat, those points of snare and kick. So let me show you what I did. I wanted to finish this B-roll within like 1 minute, maybe 50 or 40 seconds, very short, but there wasn't a good timing to do so if I want to go along with this beat. Like, okay, where should I stop? Well, there is a perfect spot to end the B-roll in a smooth way here. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I can use this, which is great for ending B-roll. This is kind of outro and something like this. But if I use this track from a very beginning to here, it's just too long. So I tried to find the spot where I could cut and connect. So let me show you how I did. So beat starts from here. And 2 times. 2. 1, 2, 3. I want to end this track right here. I want to, use from a beginning to this, and it jumps to the last smooth part. So what I can do is okay. This snare, I'm gonna cut right here. I'm just gonna cut it, and I'm gonna jump to that smooth part. Right here, I already, mark it. This snare, I'm gonna cut right here and just delete this middle part and connect it, and let's see how it went. 1, 2. So now I got a perfect beat, very good. And after this, what I did is thinking shots and write them down, and also make marks on a track for editing, something like this. Okay, shot A. Next. 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 Something like this. So next thing what I did was just place those footages based on marks on a track. So like this, everything is perfectly fit in marks on a track like this. So like this, I did nothing special and crazy and complicated. What I did is just basic cutting, just placing the footages where it should be, just like that. So next one is color grading. So open the DaVinci Resolve. Oh, by the way, about round trip between DaVinci and Premiere, if you want to know how to do this, here's a video. Well, we got more than 10 shots to color grade right here, but I'm not gonna color grade everything from scratch. I'm just gonna grab one hero scene and color grade it and copy and paste on others and do the adjustment. So this time I'll show you guys how I color graded the hero scene. Alright, so I'm gonna color grade this shot as the hero scene of this b-roll. So this time I built node tree in a simple way. First I'll decide temp and tint. So I want to emphasize the orange of this light, so boost temperature to orange side. 250, something like this, and also shift this offset to orange again. All right, next I'll give it back a proper contrast, gain contrast right here. Good. Also bring the pivot down to get more light. All right, and now I'm reducing this highlights by using this. Okay, and using those primary wheels to deep dive into details of light. So first, obviously it's very dark, so I'm gonna gain some light. Okay, so I'm gonna shift this gain, I'm gonna push it maybe like this, and also boost this gamma. Okay, and getting more shadow by using this lift. Okay, this will work. Before, after. Okay, very good. So if you want to break down of this kind of orange mood color grading, here's a video for you again. Okay, next moving to primaries. So here I'll give it saturation and make a good balance of colors. Okay, first, of course, I'm gonna give it saturation by using this, but not too much, I guess, because there is already colors enough. And also I think I want to shift this gamma to orange to emphasize that light. Just shift this to orange. Okay, now before, after, very small changes, but definitely more colorful. Yep. So before messing around with logs, which means the detailed color grading, I'm gonna pull the key of skin with qualifier, which is this node skin. So first thing I'm gonna do is create this circle mask over this face and blur it. Okay, and start selecting the skin by using qualifier. So this way it's much easier because this orange is everywhere, like this desk, wall, curtain, and this face. So covering a face with mask allows you to select only in that area. So with this, when I try to use a qualifier, anything will be happening in this mask area. So I'm just gonna do this process quickly. Okay, something like this will work. And I'm gonna fix the skin tone. Obviously now it's weird color and it's dark. So first I'm going to shift this gamma to red, kind of magenta side. Just like this. And using hue versus option. First hue versus hue. I'm gonna make a point on red and yellow. Now I think it's a little bit yellow for me, so I think I'm going to boost this point to red side, but just a little bit. Fine by me. And I'm gonna reduce saturation by using hue versus saturation. Again, make points, those points, and I'm gonna lower this. See, if you go down, the skin is losing the color. But this is just crazy, so I think I'm going to find some good point. Much better. And next, going to hue versus luminance. Here I'm gonna make some contrast in this orange of this face. So make points, red, yellow, and red down and yellow up. And going to this curve, make a point at the middle and boost it until you get satisfied. Well, I get satisfied somewhere around this, and lower the midtone detail to make it more smoother and creamier. -30 will work. Yeah, this will work. And moving on to log wheels. Finally, we're gonna make some look here. Well, I'm gonna go easy on this, just making some teal and orange by using the log wheels. So I'm going to start off with this midtone. I'm gonna push it to orange side. Okay, now we see more res around, this light. Great. And highlights should be around here. And move this shadow to cyan. Very good. So before and after, before, after, before, after. More contrasty, like the colors are more contrasty. And also I'm going to give it extra contrast. Okay, so from now it's not that important, but it'll be some spice that can make your videos much more like tastier, much more better. So vignette as always. So first, just find the line of window light, which is somewhere around here. The lights from window is coming from here to here. So this is the line of this window light. So I'm gonna make a rectangle mask as always like this and go along with this window light and adjust the size, feather this out. All right, and invert it, and going to curve and bring it down like this. Before, after, before, after. Next, I'm gonna do exactly opposite of vignette. In this node, window light. So place the rectangle mask as same as vignette, just along with this window light. Feather this out and not invert. Going to curve and push it up a little bit, just like this. So get before, after, before, after. Now this like window light is more emphasized. And at the last, as the final adjustment, I'm gonna make some artificial shadow right here in the corner, right corner of this image. So this time I'm using a square mask, which is right here, and I'm going to do something like this. Something like this. I wanna make it more darker, this area. I'm gonna feather this out, and I'm going to curve and bring this down until you get satisfied. Well, I get satisfied somewhere around this, and now it's kind of weird, so feather this more. How about that? Before, after, before, after. Okay, that was it. It was kind of quick and rough color grading walkthrough, but if you want to dig in, here is a color grading tutorial, the breakdown of color grading, so go dig in. Okay, we're back here in Premiere Pro with a third stage, which is detailed editing, but I did nothing special or complicated. Well, first, this adjustment layer is for cropping top and bottom, like 60% top and 60% bottom. So the original aspect of this video is 2x1, which is 3840 and 1920, which generates thin bars bottom and top. So this is my regular aspect ratio, but this time I wanted to make it more broader, just like a movie, but I don't want to change aspect ratio 3840 and 1920 because there is BTS coming after this B-roll, and I wanted to use this 2x1 for that, so I didn't want to change aspect ratio, so I applied this adjustment layer with cropping 60% top and bottom. So first shot, I did a cross dissolve from block video, just like this, and gradually dipping to black. And from here, B-roll starts with the music. So you just keep going on with a track, nothing special. Here, it's zooming in gradually, but you know, not that complicated. I just made a keyframe. First, it starts from 100% scale, and gradually going to 105. That's it. And next clip. So this speed ramp, I think I gotta explain a little bit. First, it's coming with 800%, which is very fast, like this, and slows down to 100%, which is slow motion, very slow, like this, and speeds up to about 950%, which is again very fast, and again slows down to 100%. And also here is a overlay part, something like this. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. With this pen scene comes in over the slow motion footage with 50% opacity and mask. So what I did is, okay, I'm gonna turn off this effect, opacity, mask effect, so now it's just normal. So what I did is just move this pen scene footage to left side, and also I use mask like this, just cover this left side with mask, and feather this out. 481 mask feather. And I changed opacity 50%, now turning on this, something like this. You know, those two footages are blending together. Very good. So this comes in and another comes in. So this is just very simple. I just changed opacity 50%. That's it. Okay, so play it back. Pansing, facing, and here the pan disappears. Like, boom, disappears. And look at this timeline. So this line, this used to be the slow motion footage. The next line used to be this face footage, but right here it's upside down. Because I wanted to end this part with this face scene, but at the same time I wanted to use this slow-mo as some kind of overlay with 50% opacity. So I flipped them. Well, this is all about the position and opacity, mask, that's it. And it keeps going on. Here, this shot, I added the wind sound effect and it just goes on. Blackouts. Some clock scene. And again, wind sound. And it's gonna end with some ooze sound. So right here, let me explain about this sound effect. So it's gonna be larger as the B-roll is ending. So from here, I made a keyframe. So it's gonna start from -25 and goes to -10. You know, it's a very small detail, but definitely it's making some like a, oh, B-roll is ending feel. Okay, that was all of the editing of this B-roll. Well, color grading is the biggest part that I put my energy in, but rest of it is just normal editing. But the reason why it looks just alright is that it got rhythm and vibes. You can make it very rhythmically by going along with beat, and you can make some vibes, mood with color grading. And important thing is not doing some overkill crazy effects. If you have those basics but at the same time very important and useful, your B-roll will be fine. Maybe it's just my preference, but I like it simple. And besides, I can't do any crazy advanced editing like music video. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, I hope this helps you in some way. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions about this video, don't hesitate to leave the comment below. So today's topic is pretty much it, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this one, show me a thumb and then hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Rap or produce the things you can't have is forbidden fruit. It seems like people love telling lies on me. They know that I'm the one, they got their eyes on me.